today my project is a tag. Excuse me. Haberdashery. I'm rubbish at sewing, but I love anything to do with haberdashery. So I've got an idea in my head how I want it to work. So it's just going to evolve. So let's get to it. I'm going to turn you to overhead and let's go and have a play, shall we? Okay, so I've got this manila tag, and I believe it's 10 inches. Well, let's just, oh no, it's not, tell a lie, it's 8. It's 8 by 4, and in centimetres is just over 10 centimetres by just over 20 centimetres, 20.2 and 10.2. So the first thing I want to do, as you can see, I've got all my haberdashery bits, and I've got these Scrabble that made so and I've got I was in a thrift charity shop and I picked up this pattern, and I want to put the pattern onto here. And I've got a needle and thread, and I found these little spools, and I've actually added some cotton onto them, and some buttons and some little pieces of ephemera, pair of scissors, some buttons. I've lost the other button. Oh, there they are. So I'm just going to move everything out the way. And the first thing I want, I've got this the blueprint, sewing blueprint by Tim Holtz. And so the first thing I want to do, I'm not going to cover any of this. I'm going to give it an oxide background first, and I've got worn lipstick, picked raspberry, antique linen and gathered twigs. So that I'm just going to do that first. So I'll bring the craft mat in, and I'm just going to go from there. So let's just move everything out the way, and I'm just going to build the layers up gradually, and I'm just going to just do that and dry each layer as I do it. It dries pretty quickly. I'm not putting a lot on, I just want to, you know, quite a I want a girly one today, I decided. I'm going to go back in with this pink, the worn lipstick, because I wasn't happy with that, because I got kind of like a block, so I wasn't happy with that. So, which is why I did what I did. And now I'm just going to swipe this across. Just try and pick up the brown where I've not got any more, you know, try and cover the manila, but it doesn't really matter if the manila shows through, because most of it's going to be covered with the ephemera anyway. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit this under, now that it's dry, I'm going to sit it under a heavy stamp folder, so it'll flatten it while I work on my other bits. So I'm done with them, they can move out the way. I'm just going to sit that under it and get it to flatten. So I'm going to bring my mannequin in, and I'm going to open this out and see if I can arrange it so I get some of the pattern. Let's see. Right, I can move that out of the way. This part of the pattern that I want, if I can find it. And I think I should have done that before I, you know, kind of the writing and whatever. Oh, here. See that bit there? I want that bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna tear what I want. And that should go over there like that. See? So I'll just put that to one side, and I'll sort that out later. The last thing you want to see me do is thinking, I need my Mod Podge now. And a brush. Let's see if I can find a soft brush. There we go. And we'll get this Mod Podge on. Can you believe it's the 1st of March already? Don't know where February went, but it sure went quick. And I'm not particularly bothered about the creases. In fact, I'm encouraging the creases because I just think it adds a bit to it, doesn't it? I was thinking of maybe adding some lace and whatever, but I've decided against that. Just wanted to do, oh, sorry about that, do something a bit different. Right, I'm going to give this a quick blast and then I'm going to cut round it. I will speed this bit up because obviously you don't want to sit and watch me cut out. So I've done that, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to distress around. I'm going to just bring the mat in, and I'm just going to use my vintage photo oxide. Just give it a bit of colour. Oops. There we go. So I can put that to one side now. And I've got this sewing blueprint. I'm going to bring in my tag now that it's flattened, or as flat as it can be. And I've got sepia archival, and I'm just going to stamp some of these images around. They're not, I don't want them perfect, but they're going to just be stamped around. Just to give it kind of like another layer. Back in the and I'll give this a quick blast with the heat gun. So what I plan on doing is having the mannequin there and building the ephemera and everything up around it. So first I want to need to bring everything in, but I need to do something with these scissors because I'm not happy with them scissors being so they need to be toned down a bit. So I'm just thinking what I can do with that. And what I might do, actually, I just want to have a play a minute. I think I might give them, I'm using the texture paste opaque, and I just want to have a play a minute. I'm just going to do this, and then I'm going to set them to dry. See how this works. Just got an idea. I want to see what happens if I leave these to dry and then do something over it. Because I don't want them gold because I've got some fibres that I'm going to put in. So I've got this pink fibre and I've got some rickrack and I've got this sewing machine charm that I'm going to put at the top. And if you can see the difference, I don't want that with that, if you see what I mean. So I'm just going to leave that a minute and let that dry, and then I've got these. So I'm just going to bring my oxides in, and I'm going to tone these down so they're not so I'm going to tone everything down now. They're a bit too light for my liking for this tag. They're a bit too in your face. There's always a way around darkening something, whether it be, I mean, if you've not got oxide, you can use your distress inks. At the moment, I'm very much into my oxides. As you can tell, I just think they're wonderful. So they've really darkened, taken the brightness off these. And I've got the Weird Moments as well, which is a die cut, one of the Tim Holtz die cuts as well. And so far, the colours that Tim has brought out with his Distress Oxides are my favourites. So I'm a happy little girl at the moment. I'm a happy little girl. So, right, so I'm going to just leave that for a minute, and I think I'll start and add things on. I'm not sure whether to just add a bit of lace to there or not. I'm not sure. So I've wrapped. So first things first, I need to start and place. So this is a piece of ephemera from his Tim Holtz's thrift store, and this is a strip that's got safety pins, and this is buttons, and this is kind of the top of a cotton reel. So I'm kind of thinking of popping them down like that with the cotton reel there, and then having the buttons kind of maybe on here like this, like that, and then I'm going to do the cotton. I've just added the yellow because I just thought it'd be a nice different shade pop of yellow. I'm going to have them there like that, and I've threaded a needle with cotton, so I'm thinking maybe I should kind of put a piece of lace and then I can thread the cotton through, and maybe just have a piece of lace coming down there, and I'm going to do the word sew down here, and the scissors are going to go across the bottom here. That's the plan, and moments are going to go there, and then obviously this is going to go through here with the rick-rack. So I need to thread that through there. So that's the plan. So what do you think? Should I put some lace on it? I quite like the way it's set out there, like that. Right, so if I'll glue my heat gun and my glue gun, I should say, not my heat gun. I do get the two confused. Kath always laughs at me. Oh, I'm an idiot. Anyway, that's by the by. Right, I'll get the glue gun. That should be done by the time I've done this, because I can put that on last. And let's get started, eh? Let's get this all stuck down, and then it should be finished. And I'll just get a piece of lace. Hold on. Don't want to set the house on fire. So that goes there. I've got a piece of lace. I've got a box of lace. Oh, should I put a little piece of trim? Or should I put a piece of trim? No, I need a piece of lace. A piece of lace. Oh, could do with pink, couldn't I? I could do pink. No, that's too pink. I need neutral colour. I need a neutral colour. Oh, I know. This is some that I got from Turkey. I think this might be nice without being too much. What do you think? I think that might be. If I just pop it down there like that, that might be good. Yes. Right, come on, Linda. Right, if you cut this. Sorry, I need to speak to the expert. and I'll have it draping so it just drapes down the bottom. I need to speak to the expert, say so. I do talk to myself, unfortunately. My husband says it's a sign of madness. But who am I to disagree? Who am I? Right, let's just move everything off there. Get this ephemera down. Also, what I like to do is when I'm using glue like this, I always like to get a clean piece of kitchen roll just to help so I don't mark it with my dirty paws. So that's a nice little tip if you want to do that, because especially if I've used and that one I'm not going to put down yet because I want to tuck this little circle inside. I just want to tuck that there. Now I'll get my tissue and do that. That means I can press without putting dirty paw prints on. See? No dirty paw prints. I can't tell you the amount of times I've ruined something by putting fingerprints all over the flipping thing. It's drove me mad. Binned it. Literally come to the end of a project and ended up binning it because there's been my paw prints all over it. Not good. Not a good look. Plus it removes the excess. Whoops. The excess glue too. I'm just full of these little tips today. I must have had a good sleep. There we go. Plus it helps adhere your whatever you're gluing to the, there we go. There we go. So that's that. And my glue gun's nice and hot. Don't get tangled. Extra glue. So now I want to stick that there like that. First off, I'll do my buttons. Not used my glue gun for a while. Only thing I don't like about my glue gun, leaves string, does my head in. But I can soon rectify that by blasting it with my heat gun. There we go. Now let's get these little fellas down. Put enough on there. See, told you. Oh well, never mind. Make sure I put these the right way up. Isn't it funny that I love anything to do with haberdashery, but I'm a rubbish sewer. Kath tried to teach me how to use a sewing machine. I didn't do too bad, but at the end I just said, do you know what, Kath, this isn't for me. And she said, I know, Linda. But I'll give it a go. At the end of the day, I did give it a go. Bless her, she got the patience of a saint, she did. Patience of a saint. We laugh about it though. Right, now I'm able now just to pin that in there like that. My needle and cotton, and I might just if I just give that a little blob under there, and then I can tuck the thread in there. I mean, I'm so jealous of all these crafters who do the most amazing sewing on their, you know, the journals, and they're sewing on their tags and that. I you know, I'm so jealous of what you do, because there's just no way I could do that. I'm rubbish, but I do my bits. So that's that. See? All I've got to do is do my thing, and I'm hoping that's done. So what I'm going to do, that's dry now. So I'll bring my little spray station in. And I'm going to bring out my glimmer mist, and I've got bronze. I'm just going to spritz that. I'm just going to leave it dry. In fact, I might dry it. With my heat gone. In fact, I'm going to leave it for a bit. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but it was just something that I had thought. If not, I'll just, in fact, I think I've got a wooden one. In fact, I've got a wooden pair of scissors, which might keep in with it. Yeah, I think that might be better. And I might spray that instead, because them scissors aren't going to work. So, at least I tried. God loves a tryer. So I'm just going to leave that for a bit. Let that just... By the time I've threaded that, that should be dry, and then I can get that glued on. So I'll just pop that up there. Get me rick-rack through, threaded through. First off, I want to thread, I'm going to thread this sewing machine. I've got my mother-in-law's old sewing machine, Singer sewing machine in the loft. Bless. When I was in high school, well, we called it senior school, and we did home economics, and we had we used to do kind of a term at sewing. All the girls in our in the class made lovely cushions. dear me. I didn't. I sat and knitted because I couldn't do it because I couldn't sew. I couldn't even use the sewing machine. Even the teacher couldn't teach me how to use the sewing machine. Honest. She couldn't teach me how to use the sewing machine, and I got so frustrated. And the poor teacher got frustrated, bless her. So we decided that it would be best if I just did some knitting instead. So they would make these, and I was so jealous because I love these cushion covers, you know, with the what do they call it, the smocking. Oh, they looked amazing. I was so jealous. I was so flipping jealous, but I just couldn't do it. So I ended up knitting a jumper for myself. Would you believe? Well, they made these beautiful satin cushions with this beautiful smocking. I made a jumper because I was rubbish. Absolutely rubbish I was. So hey ho, never mind, eh? I still like knitting today. I still knit today. So I'm going to just tie this in a bow, she says. There we go. Get this dry. Ow, 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 ow. Right, the last thing I've got to do, and I am going to show you the fail. It failed. Big style fail. So, even I get it wrong, but at least I tried. Never mind, I'll have to have a rethink about that and see if I can. I'll have to I'll come back to that and do that again, because it will not defeat me. There we go. So I'm just going to give that a quick blast just to get rid of the string from the glue gun, the heat gun, the glue gun. My tag, my Haberdashery Sew Moments tag. I hope you've enjoyed today's project. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, please give a thumbs up, leave a comment and share with your friends. And if you're a new subscriber, new to my channel, please subscribe. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye bye.